let's talk a little bit about privilege. See, privilege is a very funny thing. See, in some ways, because of the way I was raised, I feel very uncomfortable with degrees of privilege because my parents went out of their way to make sure I was not bourgeois. Like, I did grow up in a house with a pool, and my father made me clean that pool, and I had to mow the lawn with an old push lawnmower. But still, I understand privilege, okay? And there is a bunch of privilege, and there's privilege in medicine. All throughout medicine, there's privilege. Let me give you some examples of the privileges in medicine. For one, banking. See, most black people, they don't really know banking. And see, what they know is check cashing. Nick's check cashing, where you're someone special. So, in the black community, they don't even have banks usually. Or they're way different kinds of banks. When I go to banking over here, they got bulletproof glass and long lines. And now, when I go to bank on the west side, there ain't no glass. Okay, so let me explain to you. One time when I was doing some business stuff with Pack Stereo, my buddy, my brother from another mother, Alan Taxar, took me downstairs to the bank to set up an account over in West LA, getting to Santa Monica. So I stayed there, and he's introduced me, Dr. Hemsley, blah, blah, blah. So let me tell you what happens when you bank with you in that group. Do you know they pride themselves on never asking you for ID? Okay? Never. When I walked in the bank, they said, "Hi, Dr. Hemsley. What would you like to do today?" Okay? Once or twice, I overdrafted my account. They called me. "Dr. Hemsley, you overdrafted your account. Of course we paid him, doctor. How would you like us to handle this? We can wait till you have time to make a deposit." That's banking. See, when they talk about black businesses to apply for those loans, those relief loans, those were for the black businesses that had a banking relationship, which they didn't. So they didn't get no loans. See how it works? See, I'm just trying to tell you about privilege. And banking is another one. Let me give you another one, because I'm all getting old. I'm getting old, I don't care who knows what. Don't give a shit. I had a bankruptcy. See, what happened was, as a doctor, you make more money every year for years. Every year you making 5 to 10 grand more for years. So I underpaid my taxes, and I had a big tax debt. So I went to talk to some professionals, and they told me, "Well, you need to do bankruptcy." Now, when I went to the meeting, everybody in the room had a bankruptcy. The way it was explained to me, it said, well, first of all, most doctors, when they get divorced, have financial troubles. And for many of them, that's when they do their bankruptcy. But they assured me, they said, "Dr. Hemsley, this is going to be the best $5,000 you ever spent." So then they said, "Here's what we want you to do. We're going to file for your bankruptcy. So what we would like for you to do now is, when you leave here, go charge up every credit card. Go charge everything. Go, doctor, go on a spending spree. Buy all kinds of shit, whatever you can buy. Fill up every card, because on Friday, we locking those motherfuckers down." I want you to understand how this works for the affluent, because I want you to understand what you ain't getting. Okay? So I went on a spending spree. And on Friday, they locked those cards down. Now, months later, when we went for the bankruptcy hearing, which was downtown, I'm in sweats. Didn't get dressed up at all, because I didn't even come. My attorney went up there, and they was moving them through like this. So they hit the thing, Hemsley, da 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 da, blah, 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 such and such, over. It took him under 10 minutes to make $300,000 worth of debt go poof, 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 disappeared. $300,000. This is what people with money do. That's what money they ask them. Who's bankruptcy for? Bankruptcy is for rich people to get rid of their debt and just say, "Oh, fuck it. I made a mistake." That's what I said. I made a mistake and underpaid my taxes for 5 years, and I owed $300,000, and it cost me $5,000 to make that disappear. That's the American way. It's the American way. See what I'm saying? See, do you get it now? This is the games they play that you'll never know. You'll never know, because this, ladies and gentlemen, is your lesson on privilege.